What's up? Another day. Friday, right? How we doing? How's everyone going? Another day. Another Friday. Didn't rear end anyone today, so there's that. I didn't rear end nobody. Didn't cause no accidents. None of that shit happened. Hold on, let me look more presentable. There we go. All right. Yeah, no accidents today. Just me and my coffee. Me and my Starbies. Tell me. Anything happened this week? Feels kind of light, like a light week, right? Wrong! Nah, bruh. A lot of shit happened this past week. Like, just from Monday on, it's just been bam, 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 bam. Shit after shit after shit after shit getting announced. Just fucking wild. Because this kind of stuff usually doesn't happen too often during the holidays. But hey, you know. Take what I can get. Oh, I guess we should do some introductions for anyone who is coming in new, who doesn't know who the fuck I am. I'm Phil, a.k.a. Unfiltered. You know who the fuck I am. That's right, bitches, I'm back. Badder than ever. Not really, I'm a good boy these days, but you get what I'm going for. Dude! There's so much fucking shit to talk about. Fucking Star Wars, DC. Dude, a lot of DC talk. We're going to talk about some DC shit today. We're going to talk about some Marvel shit today, too. We're going to talk about a whole lot of shit today, folks. It's going to be a shit-talking shit fest. I don't fucking know. But man, it has certainly been a week. How's everyone doing? Who the fuck's in the chat? Who's here? Who's here? Say hello. Say hi. How the fuck are you? Got Jeffrey Dirksen, the Keyblade Master. What's up, dude? How you doing? My boy Jedi Mike. How's it going, brother? Much love, much love. Let's talk some nerd shit. You got that right. Hunter Ricky Kingfield. Question. Do you think we'll get Batman Brave and the Bold movie in 2026 at the same time Clayface movie? No. Jedi Mike, what's up? Daryl, hey Phil, how's it going? What do you think Chris Evans coming back as the MCU or version of Steve Rogers' alternate version? I will get into that. I will definitely be getting into that. We will for sure be talking about that later on in the show. Dalton Bell, how's it going, man? Braden, my man, how's it going, man? My boy Taladia, how's it going? All right. It's a fucking full house here tonight. Holy shit. Wow. Damn, I've never felt so loved in my entire life. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. Let's not waste any time. I've got about an hour, and then I got some other shit I got to record, and then maybe I'll hop on another show. I don't fucking know. We got some shit to fucking talk about. So let's get right to it, right? First and foremost, Star Wars. Oh, RJ. How's it going, man? Good to see you. But anyway, Star Wars! Jeremy Allen White is Rada Hutt in The Mandalorian and Grogu film. Now, when I saw this news, I was actually quite surprised. I never thought in a million years that Jeremy Allen White would take on a role like that. I think I've heard him talk about not wanting to be a superhero, but Star Wars is one of those roles that's like, it's not quite super heroic because there's such a vast canvas of shit you can do in Star Wars that doesn't necessarily relegate to, I want to be a Jedi or I want to be a Sith. No. That universe is so wide and varied, you can literally be like, hey, can I be the son of Jabba the Hutt? And Kathleen Kennedy and Jon Favreau are probably like, fuck yeah, you can. But Jeremy Allen White as Rada the Hutt, Mando and Grogu, coming out in May of 2026. I like it. I think it's kind of out of the box. I think it's going to be interesting to see what kind of vocal chops Jeremy Allen White can do. I mean, if he provides the motion capture, that'd be pretty awesome as well, right? But, you know, I'm a fan of Jeremy Allen White. I like Shameless. I like The Bear. He's a great actor. He's honestly, he was my pick for Willy Wonka before they cast Timothy Chalamet, because you look at Jeremy Allen White, he looks just like fucking Gene Wilder. But hey, I'll take Rada the Hutt, because the closest we've seen to any family of Jabba the Hutt is what, those two cousins in what, Book of Boba Fett? So, and even after watching like Clone Wars, Jabba's kid at? So, I like this news. This is cool shit. I'm here for it. I'm excited to see more of that movie once it trickles out. I want to see, like, what is this movie going to be about? I mean, clearly the son of Jabba the Hutt is going to be involved in some capacity. In what capacity, right? Like, what does a Mandalorian Grogu movie look like? I also did see that apparently Boba Fett and Fennec Shand might pop up in that movie too, and it's like, well, yeah, come on, right? That I feel like if you're gonna do a Mando Grogu movie and you don't have Boba Fett in there somewhere, you might piss some people off. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But keeping in the realm of Star Wars, Skeleton Crew, 3rd episode. This one has kind of a funky title. And I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. The title of this episode is very interesting as an astrogation problem. Now, like I said, I like this episode. I thought it was cool. I've been enjoying Skeleton Crew so far. It's a great time. This episode in particular was the 2nd episode directed by David Lowery. And just to kind of go over the beats of it, like, you know, the kids and the Jedi, Jod Na Wood. That's, again, a fucking mouthful of a name, but still, I like Jude Law, so bear with me. You know, they hatch their scheme. They get out of the brig. They break out of the port or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't remember. The place where all the pirates are. And, like, the funny thing is like they make it look really easy. And Fern was like, yeah, that was really easy. And so then they forget SME, or rather SM-33, because it's literally spelt out like SME if you do lead speak. But he goes and gets the droid. But the thing is like when he goes to get the droid, fucking, he sees a battle droid from the prequel trilogy, and the droid, like, when it's turned on and activated, oh, did we win? When I tell you I laughed. That was a good one. That was a real good laugh. I had a good chuckle at that. That was funny. It was genuinely really funny. But to backtrack a little bit, the episode opens up with a bunch of parents like, where are our children? They're lost in space, pun intended. And then the dad of Wim is just like, what do I do? And I'm curious, like, is he gonna do something to go and find his kid? Like, what's his secret? Because as the episode goes on, you know, Jod kind of tells him, like, yeah, you know, I've got a friend who, like, looks at star maps and shit, so maybe she can help us. And then they, like, go from this, like, pirate bar hangout place to, like, a desolate, cold moon. And this moon has, like, a hyperspace telescope thing attached to it. And there's this, like, little owl character named Kayim. Dude, when I say this is, like, some of the most inventive shit I've seen in Star Wars in a long time. I am blown the fuck away. Genuinely one of the coolest looking characters introduced in a long while for Star Wars. Like, oh, fuck. That was so cool. And, like, her whole, like, dome space station thing was just an even cooler thing to look at. Like, damn, dude. This episode was just really good. This show has been consistently good so far. And the next episode is apparently directed by the Daniels. So that's going to be fun. I haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet, but I intend to watch it at some point. But yeah, this episode, there's a little bit of hesitance from Jod to fully trust this character, and his gut is correct. Some shenanigans ensue, and some X-Wing fighters are called to come and save the children. But, you know, they kind of take the side of Jod, and not before telling him, like, hey, you know, you're not telling us the whole truth. We work together and you work for us, or we're going to take off without you. So, overall, like, again, fun episode, fun time. Skeleton Crew is the shit. I love Skeleton Crew so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It is a weekly watch for me. Can't wait to see what the Daniels bring to the Star Wars universe next week. You also want to read my review? By all means, go ahead and read my review at multiversecolor.com, where I did a more thorough breakdown of this episode in written form. But by all means, Is Rada going to be buff and talk basic, or is he going to speak Huttonese? Well, didn't Jabba speak like English and Huttonese? I feel like it could be a blend of both. What are you talking about, Paris? Oh, you guys are talking about the Batman Part 2 in the chat. Let's see, Phil. I know you didn't see this. Jeff Snyder was complaining about how Paralyzed Lost is a Wonder Woman prequel without Wonder Woman. I guess he hasn't seen Krypton. Fuck him. That rat wouldn't know what a good story was if it came and bit him in the ass. So, yeah, fuck him. He's a piece of shit. That dude hops on John Roach's hot mic show and grifts fucking 3 times a week for whatever purpose anyway, but yeah, fuck that guy. That dude's a clown. But apparently, from what I understand, like, he might have been the one to break the story for Rada the Hutt and Jeremy Allen White, even though it was then publicated by the trade. So I'm just like, well, you know, the trade's got it, so fuck him. And they didn't credit him, so clearly, let me put it to you this way. If the trades report a thing that a scooper is reporting and the trades do not credit said scooper, there's probably a good reason why. That reason is because that scooper probably pissed somebody off. Wouldn't doubt it. And that's why they don't get credit, because their credibility is shot. That's the thing a lot of people really don't understand about Jeff Snyder. Like, they go to bat for him. They say, oh, you know, his track record isn't all that bad. Da, 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 da. It's like, no, fuck that. Homeboy is wrong more often than he's right. So, yeah, fuck that guy. And when he's wrong, he has massive ass meltdowns and acts like a goddamn child. Yeah, fuck that guy. We'll be getting into that a little bit later. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Jeff Snyder can fucking eat my shit. But you know what? I think I've got a clip for that, right? Here's what I think every time I hear Jeff Snyder, like, anything scoop worthy and he's wrong. Here's what I think of.
You lying sleaze. You want to rethink that answer?
That's what I think of every time I hear a Jeff Snyder thing get debunked. I think he is a lying sleaze. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway. Let's keep in the Disney realm and stick with the Marvel stuff. So, there's something that happened Tuesday or Wednesday, and then there's something that dropped today. So I decided to roll it all into one because the two accommodate each other. And that is, of course, Mr. Chris Evans and Miss Haley Atwell are coming back for Avengers Doomsday?
This is fucking awesome.
Now, granted, listen, let's break down the first part of this, right? Let's break down the first part of this, because there's something to be said about this article that I am not exactly convinced of. I'm not quite convinced. I mean, it could be the case, because everyone else is running with it, but this did initially come from The Wrap. And much like Jeff Snyder, I'm not really a fan of The Wrap. I'm not really a fan of Dumberto Gonzalez. But when I saw this news, it was the same day as the Rada the Hutt stuff, so it might have been Monday. And it said that he is coming back in an undisclosed role for Avengers Doomsday, right? So when I saw this news, I was like, okay, well, if it's not true, he's going to come out and debunk it like he did a couple years ago. And he has not come out and debunked anything since. So, kind of leads me to think that maybe it's true. It probably is true. I mean, if you have Robert Downey Jr. coming back as a Dr. Doom, why not throw Chris Evans in there for good measure? Now, apparently, he might be playing Nomad. According to, I think, some fucking scooper. I don't remember who. It might even be fucking the Rat, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't think that's the case. I think, if anything, he might be like evil Captain America Hydra Cap. That's my thought. That would be my immediate thing to do. Would be like have him be fucking evil Hydra Cap. That's the thing that makes most sense to me. Now, in the same article that I saw, because again, I see it here from Deadline, and I don't really feel like pulling up the bit from fucking the Wrap. But anyway, the fact that this news came, and I'm gonna kind of side with my boy Jedi Mike about this, because there's some credence to this notion of like, this news comes out literally 2 months before a brand new Captain America film with Sam Wilson as the lead, and it's just like, yo, there's a little bit of like, fuck you, you could have waited on this, but you didn't. Honestly, this really does speak more to like just people in the entertainment industry and people in that scooping game just being like, oh, I got the scoop, ha ha. Fucking eat a bag of shit, dude. Like, that's the thing that really chaps my ass about this, is like, there's no integrity, there's no honesty, there's no like, oh, don't worry, I'll keep this under wraps. Because listen, I'm not a scooper, I'm not even an insider, but when there are things that are told to me about certain projects that are like hush hush, I keep my fucking mouth shut for a reason. Because I respect the craft, I respect the people working on the damn thing, and I respect the fact that people want other people to be surprised. So when you've got people like Grace Randolph, when you've got people like Dumberto Fuxales, and you've got people like that disheveled rat, Jeff Snyder, you know, it's all a game to them, because all they want is, you know, they want that internet clout, they want that fucking that super chat money, they just want that oh, I was right, look at me. I think Donovan said it best, no honor among thieves. But as far as Haley Atwell, let's see, this news actually just dropped today. Let's see. This news dropped today, and this is actually from, in my opinion, a very credible person in the game, Mr. One Justin Kroll. I've been following this guy for years. He knows what the fuck's up, and his sources are usually on point. So let's go ahead and check this story out from Deadline. Let's see. Avengers Doomsday, Haley Atwell reprising Agent Carter role in Marvel Studios pick. Chris Evans likely reprising his Steve Rogers role in the Marvel Studios Avengers Doomsday. It looks like his former partner in crime will be joining him in the new Marvel movie. Sources tell Deadline that Haley Atwell is expected to reprise her Agent Carter role in the film, which Anthony and Joe Russo are returning to direct, and Marvel President Kevin Feige on board to produce. Well, of course. Marvel did not respond for comment. Plot details are unknown at this time. The film will bow into theaters May 1st, 2026. Deadline was first to report in 2021 that Marvel and Evans were discussing a return in some form to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the belief was Atwell was part of the plan to potentially return for a standalone movie. A story for that film could not get nailed down, but recent months both sides saw a new Avengers film as a perfect opportunity to bring back both characters. Atwell can be seen next reprising her role of Grace in the upcoming Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, which looks amazing, by the way, which bows in May of 25. She is rep by CAA, Entertainment 360, Hamilton Hotel, Zifrin Brittenham, and JSSK. Okay, so Haley Atwell, Agent Carter. When I saw this news initially, I was like, oh, I bet it's Captain Carter. No, apparently it's Agent Carter. So what the fuck is going on with Avengers Doomsday? Well, funny I mentioned that, because there's another thing here about Avengers Doomsday that I'm going to bring up that I found cool. That would be Mr. One Benedict Cumberbatch on reuniting with Robert Downey Jr. and the Russos. Now, I believe he did a video interview. I don't remember with who, though. But he was quoted as saying, quote, "I'm really excited not only to be working with the Russo brothers again, but also to have Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom." Now, let's see. That, number one, Doctor Strange is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. That is very crystal clear. So now we have a roster of Benedict Cumberbatch, Robert Downey Jr., Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Eben Moss-Backrack. I believe Sam Wilson was recently confirmed. Haley Atwell is now confirmed. It's a fucking stacked cast, my friends. That is a very, very stacked cast for sure. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see how this movie pans out and fucking turns out, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I mean, we can maybe assume that maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man is probably in this movie as well. But the fact that the movie is called Doomsday, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom. Well, I'd have to imagine that Dr. Doom is probably the big bad of the movie. And I will again reiterate this. Dr. Doom is for sure going to have a presence in the Fantastic Four, and it is going to be more than a fucking post-credit sequence. I don't give a fuck what that rat says. But given that this film is so stacked and it leads into Secret Wars, what exactly is going to happen with this movie? When are we going to see this? Like, when are we going to see bits and pieces of this movie? I wonder. Because if this movie starts filming next year, which I could see that happening. I mean, it's allegedly starting to film, I believe, Q2 of 25. Then again, Spider-Man is supposed to start filming next year too. I don't know how the fuck that's going to work, but Marvel Studios usually knows how to juggle a Spider-Man film and an Avengers film at the same time. They're pretty good at it. But this movie, the fuck is going to happen in Avengers Doomsday? I don't know, but man, if you're going to integrate elements of Secret Wars in these two movies, well, and the last movie is called Secret Wars, Battleworld, it's going to end up being on Battleworld. Dr. Doom is going to wind up being the big chief of Battleworld. That's my guess. Like, Avengers Doomsday is going to end in a much more catastrophic way than, dare I say it, Avengers Infinity War did. You're going to end that movie with Dr. Doom being head honcho of one world. One. I'm telling you all right now. Collisions and incursions are going to just smash Earths together leading up to Avengers Doomsday, and it's going to come down to two worlds, and then they're going to combine into one, and Robert Downey Jr. is probably going to be the king of it all. Would not at all be surprised if Robert Downey Jr. and Loki have some kind of confrontation. Because, let's face it, Loki is the one literally holding the multiverse together. Who the fuck is going to break that apart? Possibly, probably, one Victor Von Doom. But what the fuck is everyone saying in the chat? What am I missing? Let's see. Only two things Jeff has gotten right: Karen and Foggy coming back in Daredevil Born Again, Jabba the Hutt being in Mandalorian and Grogu. Everything else has been debunked. I'll get to that. I will get to that, Braden. Don't you worry. Let's be honest. Make a lot of sense for Chris Evans. It would make total sense for Chris Evans to return. 100%. Let's see. Daryl Taylor. Yes, thank you. Whenever I watch Kingdom Nerds, Movie Madness, Entertainment, and like the people on those panels will believe any rumors. Dude, look, I love Kingdom of Nerds. Kingdom of Nerds is great. Max is great too. I can't really disagree with you, and honestly, I can't really align with other people who believe all the rumors all the time. They take them at face value, grain of salt, whatever, and like they just completely entertain them and act as if they're a fact. I've been on panels like that, and it's just not my jive at all. I will get into more of that when it comes to the DC stuff. Doomsday is going to be crazy. I will call him the rat going forward, because he is a rat. He looks like a disheveled rat, dude. Like, Homeboy hasn't changed his Twitter icon in like 20 fucking years. He doesn't look a goddamn thing like his profile picture. And I only know this because it's the same one on fucking Facebook after he messaged me when I called him a classless thief. Homie needs an update. He doesn't know how to do it because he's out of fucking touch. Daryl asked, hey Phil, you ever watch Screen Crush with Ryan Airy? Dude was complaining because New Fantastic Four are going to be in a new Avengers movie instead of them showing up in Secret Wars. I'm going to be frank, Daryl. I don't give a fuck about what Ryan Airy says. I know friends of mine are kind of cordial with him. I'm going to be straight with you. I could give a rat's ass about what that guy does because he cries about Man of Steel and a bunch of other shit way too much. But, hey, a lot of people with big followings, they gain big followings because, wait for it, they're fucking crying about a bunch of dumb shit all the time. And it's just one big collective, we don't like this thing either! It's a fucking echo chamber. It's an echo chamber of bullshit. That's what it is. Spider-Man 4, definitely going to be a battle world, and he'll probably see Tobey, definitely Andrew, and probably other Spider-Mans. He's probably going to see Tom Hardy's Venom. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, okay. The one thing I agree with in that, Braden, is that I do think that Spider-Man 4 will be, and it will take place on Battle World. I 100% believe that if there is Battle World by the end of Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, I'm assuming and maybe probably guessing it's going to be called Brand New Day for a multitude of different reasons, would likely then take place on a Battle World. I mean, I hope it does. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I am open to admitting when I am wrong. I was wrong about Kraven the Hunter, because I was really looking forward to that movie. That movie disappointed me, but... Hold on, I just got a message. A very cool message at that, too. Anyway. Yes, I could see Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 completely taking place on Battle World. Now, whether or not you have Tobey, Andrew, and even Tom Hardy's Venom show up, that's... I don't know. I really don't know that's... I could see... Okay, Andrew and Tobey, Secret Wars. For sure. Spider-Man 4? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It'd be cool if it was, but I don't know. We're just going to have to wait until we see more casting from Spider-Man 4 and see how all that shakes out. But until then, as it stands right now, I'm convinced that Spider-Man 4 is going to take place entirely on a battle world. That's what I think is going to happen. I can't wait to see Spider-Man meet the Fantastic Four in Doomsday, namely with Tom Holland and Joseph Quinn. Dude! Daryl, my man, you are speaking my fucking language. One of my favorite friendships in Marvel Comics, Spider-Man and Human Torch. I love their friendship. I loved it in Ultimates. I cannot fucking wait to see Joseph Quinn and Tom Holland as Spider-Man and Johnny Storm in a movie together. I have waited for fucking years to see that team up. God damn it. I wanted it with Tobey and Chris Evans. And, might happen. Might. I don't think so, because, well, Johnny Storm is dead. A version of him is dead by a Deadpool and Wolverine. But when I saw the Fantastic Four and I saw Sam Raimi Spider-Man, I was like, oh, those two would very much, like, play off well one another. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, character rights are indeed a thing, and they prevented such awesome things from happening. But, look, fucking Fantastic Four is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. If Spider-Man is in Doomsday, hot fuck, pun intended, I would love to see Johnny and Spider-Man fucking just quipping back and forth, having that fun. Like, if there is a frame of Spider-Man swinging through a cityscape, and Human Torch is flying right behind him, and he's on fire. Dear fuck, I will faint in the movie theater. Oh my god, I will lose my collective nerd shit if that happens. Because I want that frame to be a thing. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Kevin Feige has, like, very rarely let me down. But man, I hope that happens. Expectations leveled, obviously. But if something like that happened, I would fucking lose it. I would be so over the fucking moon if that happened, bro. I can't wait to see Tom Holland, Spider-Man 4. Oh, man. Dude, that is going to be one of the most, like, heart shatter moments, because he's going to look at Doom and be like, Tony? And Doom's going to be like, no, Victor Von Doom. And then there's just going to be this collective wave of no. Now, if you really wanted to fuck with the audience, you have Doom kill Spider-Man in Secret Wars at the very beginning of the movie before he rewrites history. We'll see what happens. Also can't wait to see Thor and Loki reunite. I hope so. And hot fuck, it's going to be better than whatever Taika Waititi did. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that shade in there. Fuck that guy. All right. Let's keep it in the Marvel house a little bit before we move on. But it's gonna be Marvel adjacent. And that is Kraven is the final film in the Sony Cinematic Universe of Marvel whatever the fuck, Scum, whatever the hell it's called. So I saw Kraven the Hunter. My review is on my channel. Let me put it to you this way. It is probably going to be a good idea that Kraven is the last movie in this universe. And I use that term loosely because it is barely a connected universe of characters. Want to know why? None of these characters ever meet. None of them interact with each other at all. And it's funny because, like, I've been thinking about this. Like, you could have built up to something actually really fucking cool had Sony actually taken the time and care to make these movies and give them the proper due and, like, do something legitimately cool with them. I mean, look, the first Venom movie, it's my favorite one of the bunch. But the real question is, how high is that bar, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's not super high, but I like the Venom movie a lot. I like the first one quite a fair bit because it achieves the goal of how can we do Venom without Spider-Man, and I think it does it well enough. Then you get to Let There Be Carnage. Oof. Man. That movie was rough. That was a rough movie to get through. Carnage looked good, but the thing is like, they dropped the fucking ball so hard with Carnage. They didn't even bother doing an R-rated Venom movie, which I think would have gone over so much better after the first Venom movie, because you could have easily gotten away with it. You could have dropped your F-bombs. You could have done so much cool shit with these characters. But no, they continued this PG-13 trend, and, you know, they cut the movie down to like an hour and a half, and it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Then you get to Morbius. And Morbius... Oh my god, Morbius. I've seen Morbius one time. I saw Morbius once. I saw Madam Web once. I saw Venom the Last Dance once. And now I've seen Kraven the Hunter one time. Because that's all you need. Here's the thing, okay? Morbius follows, like, the Iron Man blueprint, but instead of, like, looking at the blueprint and, like, trying to copy it on blueprint paper, instead, you did it on graph paper, and you fucked your lines up here and there, but you still went, see, I did it! Did you? Well, okay. Here's the thing about all of them, though. Venom looks amazing. He looks good. He looks like Venom, minus the white spider, but I'll take it or leave it, whatever. Morbius looks like Morbius. Jared Leto's controversies aside, because I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Whatever bullshit the internet has to say about him, I could give a fuck. The guy's an actor. He's a fucking performer turned actor, and he's a great actor. If anything, he kind of carried that movie on his shoulders, literally and figuratively. So, he does Morbius, and he looks like fucking Morbius, right? End of the movie? Well, why the fuck is he talking to Michael Keaton's Vulture? I don't know. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. Then you get to Madam Web. What's the coolest thing about Madam Web? Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe like the last 2 minutes where they're all in fucking costume. I will say about Kraven, though. Kraven is probably the most well put together mess of them besides the first Venom movie. It's not saying much, because Aaron Taylor Johnson does a great job for the most part. I wish he would have had the Russian accent all the way through, but Russell Crowe kind of carried that bill better than he did, so I'll give him that. Russell Crowe was easily like the best thing in the movie, but the point I'm getting at here is, hear me out, okay? You could have done Like Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage, right? It's like, okay, fine. But then you get to Morbius and you do something where he's like, maybe don't fucking go against your vampire brother or whatever, but like making a movie about a dude trying to fix himself and he sees Miles Warren and like, I don't know, throw him up against another Spider-Man villain like the Jackal or something. Like, make it a little more tangible as to why there's another vampire character in your fucking movie about a living vampire. But I digress. But there's one tie because Miles Warren's name dropped in Kraven, right? Well, then you get to Madam Web. Here's where I think Sony really dropped the fucking ball hard. Because with Madam Web, there's actually quite a bit of potential here where you have a character who's clairvoyant and can look across the fucking multiverse and see all this shit fucking happening all at once and being like, oh, this is going to happen here, this is going to happen there, this is going to happen here, this is going to happen there. No, instead, you did a bland, generic, oh, let's just take the first 2-hour concept, or rather, let's just take what they did with the first hour of Batman Begins, but express that over 2 hours and not put our characters in any sort of costume whatsoever until the last 2 minutes of the fucking movie. When you could have had it be a movie about her sending these Spider Girls to battle this fucking asshole who's trying to kill a baby Peter Parker. And then what does she see at the end? Oh God, she sees a hunter who's out to hunt Venom, who's out to hunt Morbius, who's out to hunt the 3 Spider-Woman. That's how you lead into Kraven. And then what do you turn Kraven into? Fuck saving his brother. Fuck going after his dad. No, fuck that. Make him Kraven the fucking Hunter. Kraven the Hunter movie have all these characters in it. And it's just Kraven hunting them down one by one. I just wrote a much better Sony Cinematic Universe in 5 minutes than Sony did in the last 3 fucking years. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. But my point is like, there you could have easily tangled these characters together and made some semblance of sense of it, but no. Instead, you went down the generic mid-2000s route and made a bunch of mediocre bullshit that fans and people did not care for outside of Venom. Why only Venom? Well, because Venom is the most popular one of them all. That's why. And because he's the only one who has hardcore ties to Spider-Man. But when you do a movie about Morbius just being Morbius and he's the protagonist, or when you do a movie about fucking Kraven saving his brother, fighting not ultimate fucking mutant Rhino. I just throw my fucking hands in the air, dude. Like I walked out of Kraven yesterday and I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing over there, Sony? It is embarrassing at the amount of shit they have thrown at the wall to see what has stuck. And literally the only thing that did stick was Venom. And even Let the Last Dance ends on a, hey, no, he's coming, but not really. Oh, it's really not really. We're not doing anything more. And frankly, you know what? Good. They need to stop. Focus on doing Spider-Verse. Focus on making Spider-Man with Marvel Studios. Focus on Spider-Man Noir. Stop trying to make the villain shit happen. Please and thank you. Let Marvel Studios utilize some of these villains for a fucking Spider-Man movie, please. And this is all coming from a place of love. Look, I don't actively hate any of the movies I just talked about, okay? I think they're all not great, but believe me, I've seen worse movies made by worse people. These are not great films by any stretch of the imagination, although sadly enough, I would probably watch all of them in a continuous binge over anything Taika Waititi did in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's my bar. The lowest of the low is fucking Taika Waititi. Maybe even anything Joss Whedon did, but that's just me. But I'd say pour one out for Kraven I'm out of liquor. I don't have any fucking. I have no Jack Daniels. So I would, but I'm not. So I'm just gonna sip my coffee and say, well, you know, I'm gonna pull a Bart Simpson. At least you tried. What's Braden saying here? Let's see. Sony should have gave solo movies to Spider-Man 29, Spider-Woman, Spider-Ham. Yeah, I mean, look. You could have done. Like, Spider-Verse literally gave you the best out to do any of these characters, and they just didn't. And that's the sad part. That's the fucking saddest part of it all. Is like, you had Venom tease Spider-Verse, and Spider-Verse literally goes into Venom's universe, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Spider-Verse literally gave you the best out ever when it comes to making movies about these fucking characters, and they just didn't do it. My God, I honestly, I think the biggest hurdle in all of this, Avi Arad, Matt Tolmach, get them out of there. They need to just stop. They need to just be given no more power, no more oversight, no more producing privileges, just fucking no more. They have had their time in the sun. They need to walk the fuck away. They need to just hand it off to Amy Pascal, someone else, whoever. Because clearly their decisions have hurt this corner of Marvel and Spider-Man. Like, they just do not know what the fuck they're doing. And it's embarrassing. It is fucking embarrassing. They could have given us a live-action Miles movie, but no, they did Morbius instead. I think Kevin Feige mentioned they're not doing Miles in live action until they wrap up Beyond the Spider-Verse, which, hey, I understand that. Definitely understand that. But, you know, this is what it felt like walking out of all three of the Sony movies this past year.
Still waiting on that heifer, Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
The "you're cool," that was towards Deadpool and Wolverine, but everything else was just like kind of a fuck you. It felt like kind of a fuck you. But yeah, that's just there was so much potential in this fucking universe, and it just ball drop after ball drop after ball drop. It's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just worry about Spider-Verse, worry about all the other shit that isn't the villains. Worry about that for now. Like, just stop, please. And I feel bad because, like, there's a lot of great talented people who worked on these movies. Like, Tom Hardy probably had the best of it all. Aaron Taylor Johnson deserved better. Dakota Johnson deserved better. Jared Leto deserved better. You know, the directors who made these movies deserve so much better than what the studio hacked their films into. It's a fucking crying shame is what it is. Anyway. All right, let's move into the DC stuff. Because I've got some limited time here, and I've got a bunch of other busy shit to do. But let's just move right into it. And let's just start off with some of the shit I was alluding to earlier. And that is claims of Elseworlds projects being canceled. That's right. Now, I saw this on Threads. And, well, let's see. Where is it? God damn it, I'm gonna keep scrolling forever. There we go. There it is. Found it. Found it. Okay. So, according to Jeff Snyder, James Gunn recently canceled some DC projects. These were probably Constantine 2 and J.J. Abrams' Superman movie. Let me get this straight. You mean to try and say that James Gunn canceled some Elseworld projects after he was literally on Josh Horowitz's podcast talking about how he's going to continue advocating for Elseworld projects? Something here doesn't make sense. And I'll tell you what that thing is. It's Jeff Snyder, because Jeff Snyder's full of shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Everything DC related he's talked about, he has gotten wrong. He's not right. I'm sorry, but it's just not gonna fucking happen. These projects are probably still going to happen. J.J. Abrams just upped his deal with Warner Brothers. Bad Robot is coming up on its 20 years with Warner Brothers. Fucking John Constantine 2, Francis Lawrence, fucking Keanu, and damn it, who else is involved in that? Akiva Goldsman. Like, they've all been like, yeah, we're cracking away at it. Here's the thing to remember, guys. Once Warner Media became Warner Brothers Discovery, a reshuffling happened, and things were put on pause, i.e. these projects. And then James Gunn got handed the keys to DC. And now, while he's busy forming his fucking universe, he had to pick and choose and look and see which needed to go where and what could get greenlit and what could not. Now, obviously, J.J. Abrams, we've seen that guy just get a bag from WB and run wild with it. Whether or not that Superman movie series, whatever fucking happens. According to James Gunn, it's still happening. That's like as of a couple months ago. Constantine 2? Akiva Goldsman was just fucking talking about it, bro. Like, look, until someone involved with these projects for sure says they are dead, then they are dead until proven otherwise. So, this ignorant fucking rat on the Hot Mic show does not know what the fuck he's talking about because he is an ignorant, dumb son of a bitch. I mean, seriously, this guy doesn't even like Creature Commandos. He has no fucking clue. He didn't get anything right about Green Lantern. He knew fuck all about Supergirl. He knew fucking nothing. He knows nothing. Even the Jurassic League movie. Where's that fucking announcement? I'll tell you, it isn't fucking happening. That's why. Because Jeff Snyder is a fucking liar. The dude's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Anyone who listens to him, fuck, I'm sorry. You're batting, you're putting money on the wrong team there. But holy shit, man. Alright. Speaking of Creature Commandos, episode 3. Dude, man, this is the best episode in the whole damn show. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, this is, without question, straight up, the best show. It's the best episode of the show. Like, cheers to the Tin Man. There's deep cuts to Will Magnus and the Metal Men. There is foundation there for a Sergeant Rock film to happen. There is just a beautiful montage of G.I. Robot killing Nazis. This episode is just so fucking great. And the fact that you see G.I. Robot's evolution of becoming who he is by the time we see him in the episode, and the point where he asks Rick Flag Sr., "Are these Nazis, General?" "Yes, G.I. These are Nazis." And then the look on his face, he detaches his upper half and just goes to town on these fucking Proud Boy knockoff sons of Themyscira. And it's beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. And the fact that he saved Nina, oh man, that was just so. And then he gets blown up by Cersei at the end of the episode. Now, if I had liquor, I'd pour one out for G.I. I would for sure pour one out for G.I. Robot. But that ending, though, where they fuck Cersei up, that was good. Let me tell you something. It has been so hard to sit on these episodes for a number of weeks and just watch everyone speculate on like what's gonna happen, who's gonna do what, and like seeing the conversation come out about him now is just so cool to me. Because let me tell you this, y'all aren't ready for the next episode. Next episode, shit's gonna go down on the next episode, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Braden says, well, G.I. can be rebuilt. The reason why he has that number 2 on his head is because he's the second version. Well, Braden. That, my friend, is a very astute observation. And I will leave it at that. Very good. Good observation there, bud. I applaud you. Good observation there. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. All right. All right. Let's move into the big shit before we sign off, right? So this was announced yesterday and absolutely confirmed today by one Mr. James Gunn. Clayface film with Mike Flanagan writing, releasing September 11th, 2026. Wowzers. Okay, so full disclosure, my buddy Craig and I did a podcast episode last night talking about this very thing. And we discussed whether or not, because it was not confirmed at the time, whether or not it was going to be in the DCU. And James Gunn said today, it is for sure a DCU story. So that to me is very, very interesting. What? I thought I rethreaded that, but I guess I didn't. That's kind of a shame. Let me pull it up here. Exciting news out of DC official studios today as Clayface, a DCU story from a script by Flanagan Film, has officially been greenlit. Clayface premieres 2026. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, let's see. Well, Friday, September 11th is a Friday in 2026, so that's probably why. Look, I'm cool with this. I don't know which version of Clayface it's going to be. I don't know if it's Matt Hagen or Basil Carlo. I don't know. Seems pretty interesting. I'm here for it. I mean, I'm wearing a Batman jacket and a Batman shirt, so yeah, I'm gonna watch this movie for sure. Like, it's fucking Clayface. Of course, I'm gonna fucking watch this movie. Why not? Like, but the thing is that's really exciting is like having Mike Flanagan write that script. That dude writes some of the most compelling, tragic shit I've ever seen, and it's so cool. I can't fucking wait to see what this becomes. Seriously, I'm very excited to see what happens from this. Also, something else got a date too, but just in terms of Clayface being written by Mike Flanagan, this is fucking awesome. Goddamn right, this is fucking awesome. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Anyway, Dynamic Duo also got a release date of June 30th, 2028. Now, this, I believe, came in a Deadline article about the Clayface thing, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. DC fans, yeah, I just pulled up this article right here. This will be interesting. James Gunn is sharing an update or lack thereof with Batman Part 2 following his news of DC Studios setting a release date for Clayface movie fall of 26. Seemingly eager for the future of the DC Universe and have been speculating about the upcoming movie slate, a fan took to threads to ask Gunn about a rumor that Clayface and Scarecrow would be part of the Batman sequel. Firstly, no. Secondly, couldn't be the case as there hasn't been yet a first draft of a script. Interesting. Because Matt Reeves said he was planning to shoot the movie in 2025 and they're finishing up the script now. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but very interesting. But as far as where the fuck is it? Where did that article go? It should have been from Deadline. I could have swore I had it. You know what? This is why I open up tabs before I start my show. I like to be more consistent with this than I am right now. But god damn it, I'm just gonna have to pull this shit up. Sorry guys, I'm just all sorts of jumble fuck today. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Found it. 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 All right. DC Studios dates Clayface for fall of 26, animated dynamic duo for 2028. As it says right here, Clayface. Yeah. The studio is given the movie written by Mike Flanagan a September 11th, 2026 theatrical release. That's the famed post-Labor Day goldmine for Warner Brothers, such as movies like It, The Nun, and Beetlejuice. Producing is DC co-boss James Gunn, Peter Safran, as well as Matt Reeves and Lynn Harris. EP is Chantel Nong. Dr. Sleep filmmaker Flanagan reportedly conceived Clayface as a horror thriller tragedy. He won't be painted as a villain, much as who has been reputation, notoriously a villain to Batman. Character is rumored to be part of Batman 2, but clearly that is not the case because James Gunn has just debunked all that. Also, it says down here, also hitting the DC Studios and Warner Bros. Animation original project, Dynamic Duo, June 30th in IMAX, which we first told you about. It's the origin story of the Robin and Jason Todd. It's the first joint project between DC Studios and Bill Damashek-led WBPA. It's also Swaybox Studios, if I'm not mistaken for that. Now, there's also another little bit here in this article. Meanwhile, another DC news. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. The trailer for James Gunn's Superman is dropping early next week. What the fuck? Now, look, I've been saying for a hot minute that this trailer, if it comes in December, it's going to come before Christmas. If this trailer comes out next week, wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me. Will I react to it? Well, that depends. Because if it comes through Warner Brothers Pictures YouTube channel, probably not. But if this trailer does come, thank fuck. I am so sick and tired of seeing James Gunn post about his dog or something else DC related, only to see in the comments like, "Where's the Superman trailer, James? Where's the Superman trailer, James?" It's almost like patience is a fucking lost concept on some people, because, well, I don't know. It's just like it's just jarring to me that so many people are just like, "I want that Superman trailer, James." Well, he's been like cutting it together and editing it with his marketing team at DC Studios. He's been talking about it coming very, very soon. I'm just waiting. I just want to wait. When it drops, it drops. If it drops, it drops. So, you know, it'll be nice when it does drop. Hopefully. I hope so. But, you know, it'll be a Superman trailer for sure. But yeah, it'll be cool. We'll talk about it here next week. Definitely. If it drops. If it drops. That's the big if. If it drops. We'll for sure talk about it here. But that, I think, will do it, folks. This is a quicker episode. I got some other stuff I got to take care of. So I do have to hop off. But thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Braden, Donovan, Jedi Mike, Jeffrey, Daryl. Yeah, everyone, thanks for tuning in. If I missed any, and Axel, thanks for tuning in. I saw you in there as well. Dalton, thank you. Hunter Iggy, your question earlier. Like, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's a lot of fun doing this show. I you know, it's the holidays are really busy. I want to try and like extend the show a little bit more than just an hour, but at the same time, it's like, again, I'm really busy on the holidays. Got a lot of shit going on, but you know, thank you again. You know, hit that like and subscribe button if you guys like what I'm doing. You know, share it on the socials if you love what I'm doing. Much appreciated. Love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Much love.